So this is Timothy Holden of White Shirt HR. Now we're going to talk about absenteeism, sickness absence. So the first thing I want to talk about is measures. We need to measure how bad our situation is, or indeed how good it is, vis-a-vis other organisations. Let's benchmark, let's measure accurately. Let's see how our figures compare in both short-term and long-term absence, or short-term disability, long-term disability. And then we can see whether we have a problem. If so, how big is the problem? Even if we don't have a problem, it's costing us money. Perhaps we can look at ways to save that money. So we can look at disability. The Disability Discrimination Act means that we have to provide reasonable accommodation for people with a disability. And mental health is a growing issue in Canadian workplaces. It could be depression, could be anxiety, could be stress, but we need to be an employer that is very positive and open-minded with mental health, and encourages people with a mental health problem to talk about it. Addictions, again, a growing area of concern in Canada. Not just the obvious alcohol and drugs, but things like gambling, things like porn, things like video games. All things that perhaps can mean that people aren't focused on their work, are spending time on sites that they shouldn't be on, are hiding things from us, are perhaps building up health issues, taking time off to cover for that. So we need to have an open culture that allows people to talk about their addictions. Wellness. More and more organisations are thinking, well, a wellness programme, be that on-site nutrition, be that cycle to work, be that showers so people can run, be that arrangements with a local gym, all help employees feel healthier, more positive, probably more energetic, and therefore they can be more productive when they're at work. Return to work interviews, an area that we've done some work with over the summer with an organisation who perhaps don't do return to work interviews. How do they do return to work interviews effectively? It just raises the bar when it comes to employees thinking, well, if I'm off sick, then I have to go through a return to work interview. I don't want it to be a particularly pleasant experience, but I want it to be professional and courteous. But every absence equals a return to work interview. How are you? What can we do to help you? What can we do to make sure it doesn't happen again? Is there anything you need to tell us? Those sort of discussions. And it's important that these things happen promptly when the person, needs to say, returns to work. Then we talk about sick pay. Do we know what we're obliged to as an employer in Ontario around sick pay? If not, let's check it out online. We need to know what we have covered and what the province covers for our employees on our behalf. And dismiss and termination. Similarly, if you are vague about how to dismiss or terminate someone's employment because of their sickness record, make sure that perhaps you seek legal advice. You certainly check it out online. You talk to HR experts, potentially like myself, and we'll help you with what is reasonable grounds for dismissal or termination around sickness and absence. Thank you for today, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.